Celebrate good times. Come on, welcome to our graduands. What's a graduand? It's not a typing mistake, actually. I only realized this when I joined this team, that a graduand is a graduate in waiting. So you haven't graduated yet. You haven't graduated until you've walked across that stage. I keep on visioning this as an MBA student. Shake the Vice Chancellor's hand, or someone very official at the university. Pick up that actual piece of paper for all that hard work you've been done, and go outside, throw your cap in the air and celebrate. So welcome to everyone. You're at that stage now. You're pretty much close to the finishing line, like Usain Bolt, running there with your hand across your chest. You've done it. So well done, and congratulations to everyone. Let's relax, take a deep breath. We've got a lot of information to cover today, but we've also got an information pack that you can read through. You can watch this webinar again tomorrow if you miss anything. If you've got your phones, take them out. If you want to take a few screenshots of some of the details that we show here and go through them later. But let's get cracking with our pre-graduation webinar for winter 2017. It's going to be a bit chilly, so make sure you got your coats on order. It's Black Friday. Maybe you want to buy your gloves and coats. Right, so today's panel, we've got a mix of people from our alumni relations team as well as student support. I'm the moderator today. My name is Joseph O'Brien. I'm on the dissertational consultancy phase of my MBA, so this will be the last graduation. Hopefully I'll be attending as a spectator. And we have the lovely Jane Murphy from Alumni Relations. Hello, Jane. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Hi, everyone.
And we've got Lily Truman as well. Hi, Lily. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thanks.
Now, Lily, Jane, you're going to talk us through some of the Liverpool-centric stuff that we've got to get through. You know, staying in the city, where to go, some of the logistics there, as well as you know, all the cap and gown fiasco that we have to go through regarding making sure you're on time and you're picking up all of those clothes and all that official stuff that you have to wear at the graduation. So we're going to go through that as well. So let's go through that without any further ado. We have Elizabeth, last but not least, from Student Support. How are you, Elizabeth?
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Elizabeth, you're also going to be there at graduation in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, I am. It will be happy times to meet everybody.
Exactly. So we'll all be there. So it's not just a virtual webinar. We'll get the chance to meet you guys all as well and network next week. So today's agenda, we're going to look at graduation at Liverpool, a bit about the university that you're going to get to go to, touch the red brick, the original red brick. How to get to Liverpool. There's quite a few ways. We're going to show you some of the convenient ways to travel. Preparing for graduation, that's really the meat of this presentation, where we look at the kind of ceremonies, the receptions that are on, the kind of stuff you have to do, the emails you have to send, the intentions you have to register, etc., etc. Keeping in touch is very important. You're going to get out of graduation what you put in. So if you're not there, leveraged up to the hilt with your business cards, with a proper LinkedIn profile, you're not going to get as much out of it. You really need to make sure you network. And there's some great alumni networking tools as well that will help you beyond that to keep in touch with the 200,000 plus alumni that we have at the University of Liverpool. And last and not least, if your head is filling up with too much information, we go through a simple checklist. We all love lists. Cross off what you've done, what you haven't done, and get yourself in kind of graduation mode. It's a celebration. It's a fun week, but it's much more fun if you're organized. I know that sounds a bit of a dry thing to say, but it's certainly more fun if you're organized. We don't want anyone standing outside in the rain waiting for their Starbucks when they should be inside graduating. Okay, so that's very important. All right, so first of all, I'd like to just pass it over to Jane. And Jane, I'd like you to talk a bit about the University of Liverpool and the heritage and what students can expect.
Sure, okay, thank you. So the University of Liverpool is one of the UK's most prestigious institutions. We're a connected global university at the forefront of knowledge leadership. We're actually a founding member of the Russell Group, which is akin to the Ivy League in the US. It's a UK version, and it's a group of 24 leading research-intensive UK universities. Our alumni and faculty have included 9 Nobel Prize winners, and we're also ranked in the top 1% of global universities, with 81% of our research is rated world-leading or internationally excellent. We enjoy leading the way here in Liverpool with a long list of world firsts, including decoding the wheat genome and then subsequently sharing the findings, providing programs in oceanography, civic design, architecture and biochemistry. And Liverpool was actually the first UK university to establish an independent university in China called Xinjiao Liverpool University, or XJTLU as you may see it. So as well as our Liverpool and Suzhou campuses, we have a presence in Singapore and a campus in Finsbury Square in London, which is based in the heart of the business community. And we also have students studying online in over 160 countries. And just a final sort of funny piece of information, we actually have 2 working farms in Cheshire too, which is a really unique asset to our School of Veterinary Science.
I think that's absolutely awesome. When I found out last year that Liverpool's the home of public health, one of those Nobel laureates was Sir Donald Ross, who found out that malaria is transmitted by mosquito. Liverpool's a big port, a big dock, and people used to come from all over the world. The East India Company, and as well as bringing goods, what they'd bring is also communicable diseases. So Liverpool actually became there was issues in the public health, and they actually coined the term the public's health. And the University of Liverpool was there at the time, at the forefront in this department of life science and public health. Still there today, is one of the most prestigious university programs available, and I'm sure many people in this call have just gone through that program as well, so congratulations to all of you guys. Now, Liverpool's an amazing place. Lily, can you talk us through what kind of things students can expect in the wonderful city of Liverpool?
Yeah, absolutely. So Liverpool is a really vibrant and welcoming city. It's undergone a really impressive program of urban regeneration in recent years. The city is the birthplace of the Beatles, and we also have a proud sporting history, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on our waterfront, and an array of architecture and culture. Liverpool now is one of the world's most iconic and cosmopolitan cities. As I said before, it's famous for being so welcoming. Everyone that comes here just says, everyone is so friendly. And we really would encourage you to make the most of your stay and visit some of the attractions in Liverpool. You can visit Liverpool 1, Bold Street or the Met Quarter for some window shopping. Liverpool 1 has more than 160 shops with famous high street brands, along with restaurants to suit every taste. Then we have some high-end and more designer fashion if you want to go around the Met Quarter, and then the nearby cabin walks, or if you prefer smaller boutiques, Bold Street offers a range of styles from urban streetwear to vintage. You can also follow the tourist trail around the beautiful Albert Dock on the waterfront. And Liverpool actually has more galleries and museums than any city outside of London, with many of these being situated at the Albert Dock. From the Museum of Liverpool, which is a celebration of city's great places, people and events, to the Merseyside Maritime Museum, Beatles Story and Tate Liverpool. Museums, libraries and galleries all have regular family-friendly events and exhibitions on. And if you want to have a look, a useful resource is visitliverpool.com. The ultimate testimony to Liverpool's vibrancy and development was when we were awarded the European Capital Culture in 2008, so we're coming up to the 10-year anniversary of that. So with its unique attractions, events, sport offerings, music heritage, and the famously warm welcomes, it really is the perfect city to visit. So make sure you go into the city, spend your time here, find out more about Liverpool. So I'll pass you now back to Jane, who will talk more about getting to Liverpool.
Perfect, absolutely ideal. And remember, in the UK, museums are free, the majority of them, so you can walk inside the stunning Tate Gallery as well. If you've got a family and there's a few, you don't have to go and fork out £50 to go and do that. Go take a walk down there. It really is quite stunning. So Jane, how do we get to Liverpool?
Okay. So we do know that many of our graduates will be making long journeys for what may be your first time either in the city, the Northwest or the UK. But whether you are arriving in Liverpool by road, rail or air, we're actually really easy to find. So if you're travelling from John Lennon Airport, it takes around 30 minutes to get here in a taxi. And it costs around £25 sterling. There's also a regular bus service to the city centre from the airport. If you're travelling from Manchester, we're about an hour away from Manchester Airport, and it's possible to take a train. direct from the airport to Liverpool Lime Street. So the station at Manchester Airport is located between terminals 1 and 3. And it will take you directly to Lime Street, which is about a 10-minute walk from the university. The city is easy to access as well from all major motorways in the UK, including the M6, which is the kind of direct motorway from the south of the UK. As I said, the campus is about a 10-minute walk from the nearest mainline station, which is Liverpool Lime Street, where trains arrive from other UK cities really regularly, and that includes London Euston and Birmingham New Street. And the links that you can see there on that slide will give you a little bit more information about travel and travel times.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And you know, it's not like for these, you know, these train tickets from the airport, you need to book those in advance. I think that's absolutely fine to book on the day as well. So that's no problem at all. It's very convenient that, you know, they're quite frequent as well. How about staying in Liverpool? What kind of information can people get there in terms of places to stay?
Okay, so for all local travel information, you can call the number listed on the current slide. And again, for further information on how to reach the university, you can visit our website. But there are loads of places to stay in Liverpool, and they suit all kind of price ranges. We've actually negotiated some excellent exclusive rates for you and for all our alumni at several hotels in the city. And we also have a range of restaurant offers which will help you celebrate your graduation with your family and friends. So discounts of these offers and the codes can be found on our website, which is www.liverpool.ac.uk/alumni. And then if you just go to the current student page, all that can be found there.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we've got through some of the kind of how do you get there, you know, what can you expect, and now let's go through kind of the run through the order of ceremonies. And now if you miss any of this, you have your graduation pack that you've been sent. That's also available as a handout in this, so don't panic if you've heard your course or your name and then you've missed what we've said. You can go and get that information out later. So Elizabeth, over to you. What can students expect on Tuesday the 5th of December?
Right. So thanks, Joe. Right. So Tuesday, 5th of December, we have 2 graduation ceremonies. The first one is 10:30 a.m. and that is for the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. And this will happen in the Philharmonic Hall on the Hope Street. So the programs that include this graduation ceremony is the Doctor of Business Administration, Masters of Business Administration, Public Administration, Corporate Finance, International Accounting and Finance, and all the postgraduate certificates in the above management subjects. Now, after the graduation ceremony, we also have a reception for the management school. So this will commence 12 p.m. and finishes 2 p.m. So and it's going to happen at the Lutyens Crypt in the Pontifical Hall at the Metropolitan Cathedral. Now, if you don't remember the address or what I just said because you're so excited and you just want to be there, don't worry, we still have the handout and it will be provided to you. And also just remember that we as student support are going to be there if you have any questions or you want us to take, you know, photos for you.
People tend to come out of graduation ceremonies milling around, and some will say, sorry, I was on mute. You'll all come out of your graduation ceremony and you'll say, hey, where is the reception? There'll be people milling around outside thinking, oh, we've got to go to the reception, and then you'll all walk together to the reception. You don't have to remember Pontifical Hall. If you do, then well done, indeed. And then how do we round out the day? There's 12 to 2 p.m. We've got School of Law and Social Justice.
Right. So the second reception is for the School of Law and Social Justice, and that's held 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's just that we need to remember that the reception is a separate thing from the graduation ceremony. So the most important thing is the graduation ceremony. Be there early, get your tickets early, and then think about the reception. The reception is lovely. You meet graduates, you drink, you eat food, you meet faculty, but the most important thing is a ceremony. So for the law graduation, that is 3 p.m., correct?
That is 3 p.m. There you go. So we've got 12 to 2:15, School of Histories, Languages and Cultures. That's the reception. Then, as you say, 3 p.m., the graduation ceremony for Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Doctor of Education, or EdD as we like to call them, the LLM in International Business Law, International Finance and Banking, Technology and Intellectual Property Law. Then we have our global marketeers, and operations and supply chain management, our MOPS students or graduates, and our PG certs in all the above disciplines as well. This is the evening of the online graduates recognition ceremony and reception. It's an exclusive event available for you guys, graduates, and we'll be discussing that in a few slides time. As Elizabeth said, the most important thing is making sure you get to graduation on time. You're going to hear this probably about 20 times in the course of this webinar. With security as it is now in this day and age, you can't expect to walk into a venue with your handbag just like that. You just can't expect that. Therefore, you're going to have to be there 45 minutes, an hour before the ceremony starts. You know, maybe you'll have children, family members. They need to be seated in separate places. There's some logistics. There's ushers that are meant to make sure they're there. There's security guys that are there to keep us all safe. There's policemen outside as well. You know, this is a big official event. There's a lot of students on campus who'll be graduating. The master's students do tend to graduate on management programs in the winter. So please make sure that you are there with plenty of time to spare, and that means picking up your gown, which we'll talk about in a second as well. So, Elizabeth, let's move on to Wednesday. What can our students expect on the Wednesday schedule?
Right. So Wednesday we have more graduation ceremonies, and they start quite early. So 9:30 a.m. we have the graduation ceremony. They all are held in the Liverpool Philharmonic Hall in Hope Street. So at 9:30 a.m., as we said, the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, that would be Master of Science in Applied Psychology, Forensic Psychology, Mental Health, Organizational and Business Psychology, and then also for Masters in Public Health, Clinical Research, Research Administration, and all the PGCs, the postgraduate certificates for psychology and public health will be. So that's the first graduation ceremony that starts Wednesday, 6th of December, 9:30 a.m.
Okay, I'm going to sound the alarm, the cap and gown alarm. Whoop, whoop, cap and gown alarm. It's at 9:30 a.m. So I'm not smart enough to answer this question myself. I'm going to ask you and maybe the alumni team. If there's a webinar, if there's a graduation ceremony at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, when do I have to pick up my cap and gown?
So the Guild of Students, where you'll be picking up the tickets and your gown, will be open from 7:30. So if you're there 7:30, that is best.
Right. So you know, we do apologize for those of you who have to rise up that early in the morning. We should have said our project managers on this graduation ceremony, maybe not our psychology students, but we're sorry for that. But you guys are going to have to be up ready in the morning. This is you know, a potential stumbling block here to get up, ready, out, fed, gowned, and into the ceremony with time to spare. So those of you that are in this ceremony, please pay due attention to the timeline here. Okay, it's going to be a very, very busy and full day. Okay, what else can we expect on the day, Elizabeth?
Right, so there are receptions for every school, of course. So 12:30 till 2 p.m. we have the reception for the Department of Public Health, and that is held in the forum of the Department of Public Health and Policy on the 3rd floor. Now, don't get confused because you're going to have the map. Don't worry if you don't know where to go. You have your phone on Google and you have support there to help you out with any questions you have. After that, we have at the same time, 12:30 to 3 p.m., we have the reception for the School of Psychology, and that's in the Refinery Restaurant in the corner of Hope Street and Myrtle.
Okay, lovely. And then we've polished it off with 1 p.m. graduation ceremony, MSc in Global Human Resource Management. Human Resource Management, International Management, MSc in Management, MSc in Project Management, a group of managers from 1 p.m. onwards, and the postgraduate certificates in the management disciplines. Those managers, they have to manage to get down to the reception from 2:30 to 4 p.m. again at the Pontifical Hall, Lutyens Crypt to the Metropolitan Cathedral, very grand and beautiful building in Liverpool as well. So that's the schedule for the Wednesday, the 6th of December, and I believe we have maybe one more event. 4 p.m., Faculty of Science and Engineers, all our computer guys. You can stay up as late as you want in the evening writing code, because you only have to turn up for 4 p.m. for your graduation, which means you should be getting a cap and gown after lunch. That's MSc in Computer Security, Computer Information Security, Information Systems Technology, Information Systems Management, Information Systems Project Management, Information Technology, Internet Systems, Software Engineering, and our MSc in Web Sciences and Big Data, and all related postgraduate certificates in those.
And just to add, if I may, about the gowns, that they need to be returned no later than 7:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I think 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. So if you do plan on partying after your late graduation, make sure you give back the gown before you do so.
Exactly. And if you don't think we have a slide dedicated to this, then you'd be wrong, because that's coming up for you guys too. So let's move on. Networking opportunities are abound. This is what we were discussing earlier. The online graduates recognition ceremony and reception. I really do expect anyone who is there on the Tuesday, the 5th of December, to be here. It's a big thing that's put on for you in one of the most grandest halls in the center of Liverpool. It's really stunning, architecture stunning, stained glass windows, lovely big room with huge acoustics, and we give awards out to our students, a dissertation winners of the year. We celebrate, and we play a few games, networking games, and we swap our details, have a few drinks, and it's a really fantastic event. You'll meet some people, faculty members, and people from the program and our team as well. So please come as well. Join us for an evening reception celebrating the achievements of our online graduates. And the meet and greet networking will be followed by a formal speech and the presentation of our awards. So please make sure that you've scheduled that in for 6 to 9 p.m. Still early enough end to go home and put the kids to bed if you are bringing children as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the faculty receptions. We're just going to fly through this because we've already just mentioned these ones. Management School, Tuesday the 5th, Wednesday the 6th. There's two groups there. School of Law and Social Justice, Tuesday the 5th. This is all in your information pack, guys. School of Histories, Languages and Cultures. That's on Tuesday the 5th. Public Health, Wednesday the 6th. School of Psychology, Wednesday the 6th. And please ensure you RSVP confirm your attendance via the registration link in the email you receive from us to attend these events. Now, if some of you have not registered your intention, please do so straight away after this webinar, and we will try our best to endeavor to accommodate all of you for these receptions. During the summer, our receptions are mostly outdoors, and therefore we have larger capacity. Winter, obviously, because it's cold, our events are indoors, so it requires just a bit more logistics to make sure that we have places for everyone. So please make sure you RSVP there. And if you're part of the School of Histories, you've got a slightly different process running there. EDD graduates who wish to attend the reception, please RSVP here to hlcevent@liverpool.ac.uk. A bit of different from the other links that are sent to you for your email, so please send that through straight away and we'll try our best. Okay, our graduation checklist before you arrive. Let's take this in turn. What's the first thing they have to do, Elizabeth?
Right, the first thing before you arrive to Liverpool is to have confirmed your intention to graduate through the campus website. So you received an email to register your intentions to graduate. If you feel that you haven't done this or you're not sure, please contact student support immediately so we can see what's your intention situation.
Yeah, and we have a member of student support now who's in the background who's able to answer your questions, Gehenna, as well, and take your query down. Now there's a Q&A session, so we'll be opening up the floor to questions if you do have any questions about graduation, so please ask them. This is a great opportunity since you've turned up to the webinar. You need to order your tickets for your guests to attend, so if you've got guests, that's important too. Your grad inquiries at gradenc@liverpool.ac.uk. Confirm which events you'd like to attend via the RSVP link emailed to you recently. As we just talked about that, so please make sure you do that straight away as we just passed the deadline for that. Order your gown, official photographs. We're going to talk about that in a minute's time. And then what else have we got, Elizabeth?
It's very important to know that in Liverpool, December, it's a bit chilly. So make sure make sure you dress well, and also for your graduation ceremony, it is expected for men to wear dark suits and white t-shirt and a tie, and for ladies it's important to wear dark skirts or trousers and a white or light colored blouse. Your mortarboards should be worn throughout the ceremony, and yeah, and make sure that you wear comfortable shoes, especially for the ladies, because you'll be climbing stairs, so you might want to bear that in mind when you're grabbing your certificate.
Always remember to put a pair of flats in the handbag. It's got to help you along those cobbled streets. So pick up your pre-ordered tickets, your cap and your gown on the day of your ceremony. Please collect your pre-ordered tickets, cap and gown from Mountford Hall, the Guild of Students. You'll get very familiar with this place, the Guild of Students. It's right there. Starbucks is there, so you'll end up there anyway. Guild of Students. Be at the graduation venue 1 hour before your ceremony begins. Students who arrive late will not be allowed in. I'm going to repeat that. Be at the graduation venue 1 hour before your ceremony begins. Students who arrive late will not be allowed in. That's my most official teachery voice. So please don't be left out crying in the rain with your latte when everyone's inside graduating, and then going to the reception and saying, how did you find the ceremony? And go, well, I didn't find the ceremony because I was drinking my... Please don't be in that situation, guys, okay? So if you have any questions, please contact your student support manager as soon as possible. And for questions while you're in Liverpool, just find us at the Guild of Students. We really can't be missed. I believe we've all got funky T-shirts and everything this year. Is that right?
Yes.
Do I get a funky T-shirt?
You will recognize us. We basically all the student support managers. We're 3 as part of Laureate, and we're wearing T-shirts saying, "Are you an online student?" So if you see us or this hair, please come over and say hello and ask if you have any questions. We will be happy to help you out and congratulate you up close.
Of course. Right, now back to our wonderful alumni team as we go through what is required on the day. Please listen very carefully. Over to you, Jane.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So firstly, we're going to talk about the tickets. So obviously to attend, you need your graduation ticket. So tickets for graduates and their guests are allocated around 1 week before the degree ceremonies, as well as your own free ticket. As a graduate, you are guaranteed 2 free tickets for guests. We do get a small number of extra tickets that might be available for the ceremonies, and these will be charged, available for a charge of £10 each. Unfortunately, at this stage, we can't guarantee that there will be any extra tickets provided, but if there are any available, you'll receive an email from the student admissions team. Tickets are available to collect from the Liverpool Guild of Students on the day of your ceremony, along with your gown and hood. And then to reiterate what's just been said, gown and ticket collection will open at 7:30, that's 7:30 AM on Tuesday the 5th of December, and at 7 AM on Wednesday the 6th of December. You are required to collect tickets, gowns and caps no later than 1 hour and 30 minutes before the commencement of your ceremony, and in no circumstances later than 1 hour before your ceremony is due to start. Again, we are putting on our teacher voice. We must stress that you need to leave plenty of time to collect both your tickets and gown. You will be required to walk from the Guild of Students to the Philharmonic Hall. It is about a 10-minute walk, so we really do encourage you to pick your gowns up sooner rather than later. Everything you need to know is on the graduation website, but Lily will now talk you through some further details about collecting your gown and just go over again the dress code for the day.
Thanks, Jane. So yeah, having your gown. You should already have hired your gown for the ceremony from Eden Ravenscroft. But if you haven't yet done this, make sure you do it today, because it's not possible to hire a gown on graduation day. You'll have details about how to order your gown on the university's graduation web pages, and when you are ordering, you'll be asked to confirm the date of your ceremony, the level of award, and the name of your award. You'll also need your head circumference, chest, height measurements, and payment cards. So on the day, collecting and returning your gown, so you'll be able to collect it from the Guild of Students on the day. and you'll be able to collect this along with your tickets from 7:30 on Tuesday and from 7 o'clock on the Wednesday. And again, you need to collect these at least an hour and a half. There are lots of people. You know, there's sometimes a small delay and a wait, so make sure you're there in time. And then once you've got your gown, make sure you then collect your ticket afterwards, and don't leave the hall without also collecting your tickets. Gowns must be returned, as we've said, in the evening by 6:30 on Tuesday and by 7:30 if you're graduating on the Wednesday. Yeah, so as we suggest, men wear dark suits with a white shirt and a tie, and women wear dark skirts or trousers and a white or a light coloured blouse. And as we said before, mortals will be worn throughout the ceremony, and you'll be required to use stairs. So make sure you do have suitable footwear. The colour and the design of your hood will relate to the degree you've completed, and you'll be able to find a key to the different hubs in the graduation booklet that you'll get on the day when you enter the Philharmonic Hall. And as we are currently in Liverpool, we definitely want to remind you that it's cold, very cold, so make sure you do pack some warm clothing for the day. So I'll pass you back to Jane now, who will talk about the ceremony on the day.
Yeah, thanks, Lily. And I can just reiterate what Lily's just said. It is, Lily and I are sitting in Liverpool shivering. It is absolutely freezing. So please do make sure that you wrap up warm. So it's imperative that as a graduating student that you're in your seat 1 hour before the ceremony is due to begin, so that our colleagues in the graduation team can check for anyone who is absent. Once this check has happened, it's not possible to admit anyone into the Philharmonic Hall, and you will not be admitted to your degree. Students who are late for whatever reason that may be will not be able to graduate at the degree ceremony. Again, as we say, please make sure you arrive an hour before. So we actually therefore advise that you arrive at the Philharmonic Hall around an hour and a half prior to the start of your ceremony. As has been previously mentioned, there will be extra security checks before you enter the building, and we advise that you avoid bringing any luggage. You can leave your luggage at your hotel, or there is a luggage storage at Lime Street Station. This is obviously due to heightened security. There will be limited luggage storage available, but this is very limited and not guaranteed. All luggage, including your handbags, will also be searched, so please allow extra time for this. You should only sit in the seat in the Philharmonic Hall that corresponds to the number on your admission ticket. It's important that you do not move from your allocated seat, even if there is a gap next to you. If you don't occupy the correct seat, you'll actually be recorded as absent and therefore will not be admitted to your degree. Ceremonies last around 90 minutes and you'll receive your certificate at the time of graduation. So a number of my academic colleagues attend graduation to see students graduate. There's actually a graduation procession into the hall, which is made up of academic staff and officers of the university. Also included is civic guests from the Merseyside and wider region, and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Janet Beer, or the Chancellor. The Esquire Bedell carries the mace into the ceremony, and the mace is an ancient symbol of authority made of silver and displaying the university's coat of arms. The presiding officer welcomes attendees and then will declare the ceremony officially open. At some graduation ceremonies, honorary degrees are conferred upon people who have excelled in their chosen field and whose achievements have made a significant contribution to society. This year's honorary graduates are detailed in your commemorative programme, which you will receive upon entering the Philharmonic Hall. At the appropriate point, you will be guided to the right-hand side of the stage in a continuous procession. You need to give your name to the officer at the foot of the steps and then proceed onto the platform and up to the line of white tape, where you should remain until your name is announced by the presenting officer. You will then move forward for admission to your degree and present your hand to the officer presiding over the ceremony. If you want more information, just visit liverpool.ac.uk/graduation and click on the ceremony for more information. After admission to your degree, you will leave the platform from the opposite side, collect your certificate and return to your seat. At the conclusion of the proceedings, you should wait for the signal before leaving the Philharmonic Hall. On the graduation website, you can watch a video of one of the ceremonies from last year if you want to familiarise yourself with the process. And I'll just pass you back to Lily really quickly just to talk about photographs and DVDs.
Thanks, Jane. So no photography is allowed during the ceremony, but you will be able to buy a photograph of you receiving your degree on stage and a DVD of the whole ceremony if you wish after the ceremony. The DVDs will be available to order on the day within 90 minutes of your ceremony finishing. You'll be able to collect these from the Achievement TV stand, which will be back in the Gilded Students. So when you go back to return your gown, you can find the stand there. You can also order them in advance of the ceremony online from Achievement TV, with all the details being on the graduation website. Eden Ravenscroft will take a photograph of you at the moment that you graduate, which again you can order on the day of your ceremony or at a time after the event. To assist you in this, Eden Ravenscroft now have an online facility for you to view your award photograph, and details can be found again on the graduation website. You can also arrange for photographs commemorating a day to be taken in the Liverpool Gilded Students, either in advance or you can organise for this to be done on the day of your ceremony. Full details are available on the graduation website, again under the photography section. But if you do not wish to have your image displayed on the website for fellow graduates to see, please do let Eden Ravenscroft know just by emailing awards@edenravenscroft.co.uk. We do recommend that you visit the graduation website for full details of the day and everything you need to know, and you can always get in touch with us in advance or on the day if you have any questions. So yeah, please visit www.liverpool.ac.uk/graduation for any further information.
That's absolutely lovely. And Eden Ravenscroft, every time I hear that name, it sounds like something from Harry Potter. So if you want to send them a message, just send them an owl. They'll go straight there. And then they'll magic you up a cap and gown. So it's not a casual affair. You know, it's not like a Bruno Mars concert. You turn up 10 minutes before, it's okay, no one cares where you sit. They're logging where you sit in order to see whether you have graduated. It's not just an event, it is your actual graduation logistically. So that's why you have to be there an hour before. That's why you have to be in the right seat. We can't emphasize that enough. That's when they're going to take an audit of everyone in that room and say who is in this room is a graduate, who is not in this room is not. And then we'll have to go through a horrible administrative process to get their degree afterwards. So please don't be in that situation. Okay, now let's look at some of the alumni information as well, where we can expect to find our alumni when we've left. Lily, what happens once an online student then just graduates?
Yeah, so after graduation, you will join the alumni community of more than 211,000 alumni. And we have such a large range of networks and benefits and services for you. And amongst these, you can access a recently extended portfolio of online journals, including JSTOR, Project Muse, Emerald alumni journals. There are discounts and offers on things like hotels, and you've got further study and CPD opportunities with the university, with discounts on that further study. We also provide access to events, so we have international events throughout the year, and we also have online webinars throughout the year, which we'll invite you to attend, and you can register at any time. And then on the day, you'll be able to find us in the Guild of Students or around the university, and we will pass you your alumni pin badge that you can wear show that you're a graduate of the university, and we'll also, pass you any information you need if you have any questions, and a lovely class of 2017 pen to go with the pin badge. So yeah, there's plenty of ways to get involved if you're based in the UK or overseas, and the events we have in the UK are generally based in London or Liverpool, and we also have management school specific activity. And if you're outside of the UK, we have more than 35 active alumni networks, which are coordinated by local volunteers, and you'd be very welcome to join any local group, and each network has its own programme of events. So please do visit our alumni pages, email us if you have any questions, and yeah, more information there.
Perfect. I mean, it's pretty cool that you still get the journals. A lot of, it's a sad thing to miss, to have access to all those journals and then not have it afterwards. When you want to keep being informed and you want to be a scholar practitioner, you need to keep up with your reading. So the JSTOR, is really, really cool. And thank you guys for passing on the torch of continuing to doing the webinars, from our webinars through to your webinars.
Yeah.
It's all about webinars. It really is. I mean, if there's the most important message for today, is really to make sure that you go to more webinars. So we also have a wonderful thing here called Liverpool Connect, which is just what we need, because we really need to harvest those networking opportunities, and that's what it's all about. So Lily, can you tell us what Liverpool Connect is up to?
Yeah, so we launched an online networking platform this year called Liverpool Connect. So you can go onto that and register now. The web address is at the bottom of the page there, and the details are also on our website. You'll be invited shortly after graduation to join the Liverpool Connect, but you can register now, that's not a problem, and start using it. So through Liverpool Connect, you can share your career expertise and insights and offer support to help shape future careers of graduates. And you can also develop your professional relationships, enhance the confidence of students and alumni, and connect with fellow graduates across the globe, see what they're doing, share your thoughts. So we already have more than 2,300 alumni registered since the launch earlier this year across the globe, and we look forward to expanding Liverpool Connect and welcoming more and more alumni and student users. So if you wish to share your professional experience or connect with other graduates for advice, you'll be invited to register to join Liverpool Connect. So you can create an e-networking profile there, which is a really simple registration, and you can add information directly from a LinkedIn account if you have one. And from there you can search for alumni using our interactive map, or you can search by name or the career area, the course they studied, graduation year. So it really is there for you to use to your benefit and how it works for you.
Thank you very much. I mean, I think, also for our online student demographic, we're normally a bit older, working, with work experience. Often there's a lot of expats on our course. I often hear stories of people emigrating to a new area and using things like Liverpool Connect or LinkedIn, alumni groups, to find someone in the local area from the university, and then get a kind of foothold into the job market, and a support system and ecosystem there as well for them. So it really is an amazing opportunity. You never know when you might be looking for a Liverpool graduate, applying for a job, and then you see, one alumni works here, two alumni work here. That's quite an important thing to look at when you've graduated and you're on the market and you're looking for work. Okay, so very important that you do that. So there are networking opportunities abound on the course. Jane, what can students expect?
Yeah, sure. So following on nicely from what Joe's just said, we've got alumni in 171 countries, so you're never actually that far away from a fellow Liverpool graduate. We have active networks and ambassadors right across the globe, and there are these networks provide a really nice opportunity to build your professional links, share memories, and also make new friends. You also have the opportunity to share your knowledge and experience and access the latest cutting-edge research relating to your career area through our new initiative, our professional interest networks. So all we ask is that you ensure your contact details are up to date with us, so we can keep you informed of any events, be that events in the UK or internationally, or our online webinars which you can join. For more information about these networks or our events, you can visit the alumni website or join our official alumni group on LinkedIn, and you can see all the information there for you on the slide.
Okay, exactly. We do look very much forward to you doing that. Okay, so Lily, in terms of where you guys are going to be, how can our students come and say hi to you on graduation week?
Yeah, so the team will be around the Guild of Students during both days from start to finish. We will be near where you collect your tickets from and also around the Guild, so you will be able to find us. And we really do want to meet you on the day, congratulate you, welcome you to the alumni community. And we also want to make sure that we can keep in touch with you after graduation. So do make sure that you update your contact details, speak to us on the day if you're unsure if you haven't, and we can do that. So yeah, we'll be there during graduation both days. And as I said before, you can collect your pin badge from us. And we'll also have a free photo booth, which will be in the Guild of Students as well. So as you can see, this photo here was taken at the photo booth.
Nice.
So you can come, you get printouts, you can get all the family in. You'd be surprised how many people. I think 12 is the most people we've ever fit.
Wow.
But maybe you could beat that this year. So yeah, come visit that. And then we'll also upload them to our Facebook page after, so you can download them, share them with all your family. And then also, make sure to bring your business cards during the week, because they'll come in handy at all the events, the networking events and the receptions.
Okay, and I'd be amiss not to say, if you haven't joined the University of Liverpool online Facebook page, you need to do that now. We're streaming all graduation ceremonies live from the graduation halls. If you've got family members who can't make the day, they can actually tune in live and watch you graduate. We have sometimes tens of thousands of people watching our graduation ceremonies. They're some of the most popular content that we deliver across the year is sending out and streaming our graduation ceremonies across the globe, so you can see your daughters, your sons, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your friends graduate. So please tune into the Facebook page as well. And many of you students, you'll see me that week, and I'll be coming over to you and I'll be asking for your story as well, asking about your experience at the University of Liverpool Online, and running a few little interviews with you guys as well, so you can reach out and say thank you to the people that supported you along the program, and tell us a bit about what the future holds for you as a graduate of this wonderful institution. So looking forward to that, and taking lots and lots of photos as well. We even have a Twitter wall you can stand by and take your photo, so we're really looking forward to that. Merchandise and memorabilia, or merch as we call it. We all love some merch, t-shirts, rings, caps. I've got a lovely Liverpool cap myself, and ties. Jane, how do I get my hold on some swagger from the university?
Oh, okay, so we have a really nice range of merch and memorabilia that you may wish to purchase to commemorate your special graduation day. You can see the really nice range that we have up there, including at each end are sort of two quite strange looking animals. One is our liver bird, which is obviously the symbol of Liverpool. And the one on the right there is our super lamb banana. Now, I'm not going to explain too much more about that. I'll leave that for you to find out when you're here, but these super lamb bananas do pop up all over the city, so keep your eye out for them. So all these lovely items are available to purchase from the store in the Guild of Students on the day of graduation. And we also have a range of bespoke commemorative class rings and charm bracelets, which will be available to purchase in the Guild as well.
I mean, you can even get like NBA rings and everything. Like you can really go to town. You can turn up there looking like Mr. T. NBA rings everywhere. Banana in your hand, the whole shebang. But there's some really lovely stuff. I like a good old hoodie and a cap. those are also available as well. You know, if you're going to come to the university, you probably want to walk away with a memento. So we've got quite a few really nice ones as well. And think about what you can actually preserve, or what your child won't put peanut butter stains all over and stuff. So congratulations, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being attentive in this webinar, listening as well, and having your questions. You've piled on some great questions, and we've been trying to take them in the background with our student support advisor, Gehenna. So thank you, Gehenna, for taking those questions for us. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Couple of weeks, right? Queries relating to our graduation events and organization, graduation@ohecampus.com. Queries relating to alumni relations, alumni@liverpool.ac.uk, and queries relating to your studies or your application to graduate, Grad Inc. for inquiries at liverpool.ac.uk. So we reached the last 10 minutes of our webinar. We've come as 10 minutes to the hour mark, and that's a chance to go through some of the questions that you might have. We're probably not going to be able to get through all questions today. That's why we have a robust student support, grad inquiries, and alumni team that will be able to field some of those questions that we can't answer today. We're going to give it a good shot. So let's just go through. I assume that I've been given these questions. Thank you. Just bear with me. I'm just going through all the questions. Oh my gosh, there are quite a lot of them. What do we do if the reception is full? Well, if you've booked already early, before the 21st and 22nd of November, you might have received your confirmation of the reception, then you don't have an issue. Right now, we will endeavour to accommodate people into the various receptions, even though the date has passed. I won't be able to give you a direct answer right now, as we have about 7-8 different receptions of varying sizes of rooms with various different requirements and numbers of students. So we'll have to look through that, run the numbers with help from our alumni relations team and our student support. We'll be able to get back to you on a case-by-case basis. We do hope and expect that everyone will be accommodated there. Are children under 3 years old allowed in the reception? Can someone from the alumni team help me with this one?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Any children, any age are welcome, more than welcome.
More than welcome, lovely. Is there an official notary service close to the ceremony venue in order to authenticate copies of our documents? Oh gosh, wow, great question. Alumni team?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? We didn't get that.
Sorry. Is there any? So this happens a lot of times when there's people, maybe people from the Middle East, people from Eastern Europe or Russia. Is there any official notary service close to the ceremony venue in order to authenticate documentation?
I wouldn't know the answer to that question, so we probably.
I would look at student support for that. I would think. The best inquiry. I would say that you wouldn't need a notary service to validate your UK degree, because a UK degree is already validated in itself. It already has an official stamp. It's already gone through that a very, very officious process. So it is an official document. It's not a transcript. What would you say, Elizabeth?
Well, sometimes when you do have a UK degree, you might want to verify it through the British Council. But if you have any, further questions about that, just find someone from support on that day, and you can ask us and we can help you out, or just send an email to student support now, because it's a case by case, depends what you need it for. But even if there is a notary service, nothing will happen like that. So you probably have to wait for a week or so.
Yeah, we would advise, sorry Joe, if I can just interrupt, we would advise that they speak to the Student Administration Centre on campus, but you are right, it isn't an immediate process, but they will often give an email address where you could submit that request through, and we would look to process that as speedily as possible.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Joanne. So for management graduates on the 5th of December, it's another question. The ceremony is at 10:30 a.m. What time do we pick up our gown and tickets? So let's address this question generally to all ceremonies. So we've got a ceremony that's on at 10:30, right? So what do we know based on what we've spoken about in this webinar? What we know is you have to be there an hour before, right? So that's 9:30, correct? If you have to be there at 9:30, then you're going to have to pick up your gown in good time to get there. The gown is 10 minutes away, so we can shave away 10 minutes. That'd be 9:20. But how long is it going to take you to pick up your gown? We're going to allow, what, half an hour to an hour?
8 o'clock, your ceremony is 10:30. Come 8 o'clock and pick your tickets and gown, have everything ready. It's better to be early than be late.
2.5 hours. So that's like saying, and on the Wednesday, you'll only have the 2 hours because it's 7:30. We'll be able to pick up your gown at 9:30, the time of the ceremony.
Yes.
So 2 to 2.5 hours. Please pick up your gowns. If your ceremony starts at 12, you should be down there picking up your gown no later than 10 a.m. Okay? What are we supposed to make in the reception time? Are we supposed to be there? That's what we've just covered. What time is the gown and cap collection for the Wednesday 6th 1 p.m. graduation? It's not an official collection time. You have to deposit your gown by, I believe, I'll go to the alumni relations team. I believe you said 7 on that day.
Yeah.
PM?
So
Wednesday.
yeah. So on Wednesday the 6th, the Guild of Students opens at 7 a.m. and you need to return it by 7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m. Okay. Does computer science have a reception?
No, not that we know of. We don't.
I don't believe there's a computer science
No.
reception. Okay. Is there a prescribed dress code to wear on the graduation? Yes. As we discussed, it's suits, dark suits, blouses for women's, dresses and trousers. I don't normally like speaking about women's
For
clothes.
women, so it's a suit for a man and a white shirt and a tie, and for ladies is a dark suit, trousers, pants, and light shirt, blouse,
Of
and
course.
comfortable shoes.
And
But can we just butt in as well from Liverpool just to say again, please make sure that you're warm. It is absolutely freezing at the moment here, so please make sure that you're warm.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's long john season, guys. So that means you can have these absolutely long, thermal underjoggings. They're like leggings for guys. They get you through the winter months, guys. Vests as well. They really do, guys. This kind of thermal underwear, all this stuff. Fleecy socks, maybe even 2 pairs. You think I'm joking, but then you'll come up to me and you'll be shaking my hand, going, "Thank you. I'm so warm because I decided to go down to Marks and Spencer's and buy that extra scarf." So it's very, very important, guys, that you do wrap up warm as well, especially if you're standing outside for bits as well. Taking photos and stuff like that can be a bit chilly as well. The ceremony is videotaped. Is there a live streaming session too? Yes, on Facebook you can watch it all live. Could you provide the link? Please join our Facebook page, University of Liverpool Online Facebook page. Are children allowed to attend wearing jeans?
Yeah.
And where?
All right. I think it's okay. I'd say no holes. No holes in the jeans. I think we should set some kind of ground rules.
Yeah.
No holes in the jeans. No holes in the jeans. Nothing too fancy. All right. A nice pair of jeans, but no holes in them. Hi, Elizabeth and Joseph. I would like to ask on 2 questions. Hello. 1, guests need to be in the hall an hour and a half before the ceremony, as students do. Yes. It's all about getting your stuff checked. Security. They don't care whether you're a student or a guest. 2, I saw last year's ceremony, I saw that girls had dresses of different colors like black, white, red, etc. So I'd like to ask you if the dress code is really obligatory. Thanks a lot for your help. It's advisory, the dress code. I mean, there is a chance if you turn up in Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt, they're not going to let you in at all. So you need to use your discretion here, guys. But muted. This is it's not a somber occasion, but it's a serious occasion. It's an officious, formal. Yeah, thank you. It's a formal occasion. So dress formally. It's not about for ladies little cocktail dresses or for men open collars and casual Hawaiian shirts or whatever. It's about suiting up for the office. Think about going to a job interview. Those are the kind of clothes you should be wearing.
A little bit of inside information. If you do wear a blouse or a shirt with buttons on, the hood actually sits better than if you wear a dress. Because you can attach the hood to your blouse. So it's a little bit of an inside info from the alumni team there.
Nice. Got a blouse hood scenario going on. Can you recommend some guest houses around the university? We won't have time to do that on here, guys. You need to look through this
through the
online pages and visit liverpool.ac.uk, and then with that, fail that aside, guys. You need to go and check out the providers such as booking.com, etc., etc. Can I take a photo for me and my wife? It's a very general question. In the ceremony itself, you don't take official photography. That's taken by our official photographers, and you can buy those photos. If you go to the Guild of Students with your wife, there's a photo booth. You can take photos there. We will be there as well from the student support team and the social media team. We'll be taking a lot of photos of you as well, and you can take whatever photos you want outside of the graduation ceremony. But probably most importantly, what's very nice for you, when you come to the online reception, the meet and greet, this is when you can wear your big red dress, or if you're Chinese, you can wear your cheongsam, or you can wear your big African headdress and full garb. You know, you can go in full ceremonial clothing. You know, you can't ride in on an elephant with banana leaves. We don't have the space, but you can dress much more flamboyantly at that event. Still kind of ceremonious, but you can kind of let your hair down a bit for that event. And at that event, we have a photography corner with a professional photographer who's there just to take your photos, looking lovely there as well. So that's a wonderful opportunity to have a photo with your husband or wife and your children as well. I think there's stuff to do for children there as well. We have a corner and we give them toys and things to play with, so they won't be bored. They'll be running around the hall. Let's have a look. Good evening. I want to know if the photographs can be ordered on that day, the ceremony, or must be ordered or paid for online. As for the gown hire, what does the height refer to? Is it my height or the length of the gown? And my other question also, I suppose, to the alumni team is, are we expecting everyone then to get tape measures out over the next week and start measuring their heads? Is that because head circumference as well, or is that something that happens differently?
Yeah, so I'll stick with the photographs first. They can be ordered on the day. You can order them in advance or on the day, but if you turn up on the day and you haven't ordered, that's not a problem. You can still have them taken. With the gowns, yeah, it's your height, and they will then get the gown so that it's fitted for you. And yes, with your head circumference, you do need to submit that for the hat. They obviously have some spare hats on the day, but they are different sizes, and obviously it's for you, it's for your comfort, so you don't turn up and you have a very small mortarboard that does not fit and it's giving you a headache. So that is kind of how you do it, and it will all be there. You won't be able to order it without submitting your head circumference. So
yeah. It's a piece of information that you may never known before, and you may never need to collect again. But you will know, all our graduates will know the size of their heads, and hopefully the size of their heads have grown a bit because the size of their brains has expanded so much due to the knowledge that they have taken aboard. So I want you all just to take a deep breath. I don't want you to panic, because you know what our motto is? Our motto is, what is it, Elizabeth? It's relax.
Don't do it.
If you want to get through it. So come on, guys, relax, take a deep breath, and you can get through this graduation. You can touch the red brick if you have time after picking up your gown on the way to the ceremony. You can come to the reception. We can have a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, and a chat. And I really look forward to meeting you all there in a couple of weeks. Well done, guys. You're almost there. Give yourself a big pat on the back. My name is Joseph O'Brien. It's been a University of Liverpool online webinar. Thank you very much to Michael for producing the session. Thank you very much to Kahena for answering the questions, to Elizabeth and student support, and for lovely Lily and Jane from our alumni relations team. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
thanks, bye.
Oh, and please remember to all take your information back. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.